Welcome B&B Gamers to this last video from me this year. As you know, I'm taking my Facebook break, but for this video I'm coming back, or at least this will be posted online very soon. The reason for this video is that I wanted to present you the best games of 2016. Many websites do it, like All About Casual Game or Big Fish Games is presenting their customer awards. I already know them, and their game of the year will be once again Mystery Case Files. Broken Hour, it will be the MCF release. But what would be the best game of Big Fish Games 2016 when the reviews there would be counted as the only critic? And this is what I did. I looked at all collector's edition releases of 2016 and picked the ones with the highest star ratings. For example, the winner has a star rating of 4.66 stars. The lowest rating this year was 3.0 stars, if I remember it right. And the top 20 games will be presented in this video. And then I will be showing you my personal best games of 2016 and the best developer of 2016, judging from the experience I made with all the games, because I've played nearly all of the collector's editions this year. And yeah, I think we are going to start with place 20 of the Big Fish user ratings. And on place 20 we have Yuletide Legends: The Brothers Claus. This game has been released recently. It's the first Christmas game of Daily Magic, and I played it. I liked it, but not as much as Christmas Stories. It got an average rating of 4.2 stars on 20th of December. That was yesterday, and this was the last time I looked for the star ratings. Place 19, Dawn of Hope, Skyline Adventure. From Mad Hat Games, a new series, a really good series, I think. But for me, it wasn't remindable enough. I really compared it with Beyond, and Beyond was really something special, something new. And this was too like Beyond, in my opinion. So it was nothing special, and I was a little bit disappointed of the specialty of Mad Hat series. Every series is really different from each other at Mad Hat Games, and this series really doesn't differ from many things. Maybe it's just my opinion, but in my opinion, it wasn't the best game they made this year. Place 18, we have Epix presenting Phantasmart Reign of Shadows. Yeah, a creepy game, a great game with a different style. In my opinion, not the best game, but one of the best this year. Then we have Elephant Games with Grim Tales: The Air. This is the 10th installment in the Grim Tales series. It got an average rating of 4.3 stars, which is really great. Yeah, and you see Richard, the main character. They brought back him a few games ago. He was there in the first game, then appeared for 5 or 6 games. Not at any time, I think. And now he's back and guides you as the scout through the games. So if you haven't played Grim Tales games yet, check them out. They're great. Then, on place number 16, we have Hidden Expedition, The Fountain of Youth. In my opinion, one of the best games this year, because this game really had it all. Adventure, great music, great graphics, and real historical background. And what Epix really did with Hidden Expedition is bring them up to a new level. They really made an expedition of it, and this is the great aspect about this series taken over by Epix. Darkness and Flame, Born of Fire. This is a game by 5BN Games, the creators of the Lost Lands series. I haven't played this one, so I can't tell you much about it, but it seems it's another great game from 5BN Games, and they are known for making great games. Then we have by Sunward Games, The Secret Order, The Buried Kingdom Collector's Edition. This is a really good game. I haven't got to play it yet, but I played all the other games, and I've also played Endless Fables, The Minotaur's Curse, they released this year. And I really loved the story, and always in these games have really detailed graphics, one of the best out there, I would say. So if you haven't played it yet, check it out. On place 13 we have Dream Path, Curse of the Two Swamps. In this exciting sequel you get to know more of the backstory from the first game, also some new twists. So it's a good game for relaxing sometimes, but there are also difficult puzzles in it. So if you like puzzles, then this game is definitely something for you. Next game, Epics again with Dead Reckoning, Death Between the Lines. In my opinion, not a place 12. I have to say it. I was disappointed about this game. The idea of the Epic series as novels and as different authors is interesting. It's something new. But in my opinion, it had no real story besides that. There was the murderer who followed us. But in my opinion, everything was predictable and it was just like another not remindable game. So it wasn't a bad game. From the Epics and Mad Hat Games never make bad games. But it's not just something that outstanding, but it got great reviews from the Big Fish Games users. So maybe you saw something in the game that I didn't see. Then we have on place 11, Reflections of Life, Dark Architect. This is the third game, if I'm right, in the Reflections of Life series, and I really like the series. It reminds of Mad Hat Games Innovation, but in a new way, and Grandma Studios always do their best to preserve this franchise with new storylines. Dark Architect, an example for creepiness and lovely creatures in one game, so check it out. On place number 10, 5B Games is back with Lost Lands. I've always spoken of that series. The Wanderer is the fourth installment. It's not that successful as the Four Horsemen last year or the other Lost Lands games, but it's another great sequel and a long game. So 5B games are always very long, in my opinion. I always take 3 up to 4 hours to finish a game. It's the longest time, and I took 5 hours to finish this one. So maybe it wasn't just because I hadn't got time and always forgot the solutions and had to play again, or this game is really long. Check it out. On place 9 we have, and I'm extremely happy about that, a little developer who's grown up. It's Brave Giant Games with Queen's Quest 2. Sorry, I'm speaking German now. Stories of Forgotten Past. And this is the sequel to the first Queen's Quest game, who was a little bit old school, in my opinion. It hadn't got something new in it. And this game has innovative hidden object scenes. It has a lot of hidden object scenes. And it has a great story and wonderful graphics. And it's used with Spark Casual Engine, you know, from Artifex Mundi probably. Great game. Place 8, Never Tales, Hidden Doorway. Yes, I was disappointed by this chapter of Never Tales because in the end there was no no jigsaw puzzle, and the music was missing. The typical Never Tales theme was missing in the end, so I was disappointed of it. The gameplay otherwise was okay. In my opinion, it wasn't the best Never Tales game because the first 3 ones are the most flashing in my opinion. When I went away from the story about the lost child, about Alice and Belle, the Never Tales series lost a little bit of originality for me. But the 6th game, which is upcoming, it's the next game, Forgotten Pages, this has some potential to reach up to the first games, in my opinion. This game, your place 8, or the Big Fish reviewers place 8, in my opinion, not that good. Then, place 7, Living Legends, Bound by Wishes. I love the series. It's like an ERS game, but better, because For Friends Games has really done a lot to improve their games, while ERS games always go down, in my opinion. They're even not under the top 5 developers of 2016 in my list. But For Friends Games really did a great job, and they will be there again in the countdown. With Bridge to Another World, Alice in Shadowland Collector's Edition, another great sequel. I think you can guess the story by reading the title. Great game, place 6. 4.5 stars. 4.5. Now we have Beyond, Star Descendant, Collector's Edition on place 5. This is a sequel to Beyond Light Advent, which was an incredible game for me. The sequel wasn't as flashing as the first one, but it was a really great game. It had a lot of innovative stuff in it, but the space team wasn't fitting for me in that context. It was a little humble sometimes because you had always to follow the child, but then the child couldn't do anything against the rulers, and it was just a typical storyline, nothing special like I expected. Beyond 1 was a really special game. Beyond 2 was a good sequel, but not great. Place number 4, Whisper with Secrets, The Burning Candle. I love this game. I love Ever Burning Candle, sorry. I loved every aspect of this game. It's creepy, you travel to an orphanage, you learn about a dark past. It's a typical story, but it has really great game mechanics, and it's really lovely done if you love creepy games. So give it a try. Now we are coming to the top 3, woo! And every one of those top 3 have 4.6 stars, but I then looked at the user recommendations, and some had 80%, some had 83%, and the winner game even had 95% user recommended, so it should mean something, shouldn't it? Number 3 is Dark Romance Curse of Bluebird. I really didn't play it. It's made by B&B Games. I think I have to give it a try soon because it got so many great reviews. If you haven't played it yet, check it out, and maybe you can tell me what you think. Comment below this video, and I'm going to play it over Christmas maybe. Or after Christmas, whatever. So now we have place number 2, Adam Wolf. Yeah, this is no collector's edition, but I put it into the list because it's a Mad Hat game and it's really, really great. It was released shortly on Big Fish Games and got great reviews there. It's something really new, and I will tell you more about Adam Wolf later. That's why I'm going to keep it short now, because I want to reveal the winner. And the winner of the Big Fish Games user ratings with 95% recommendation and 4.6 stars is Sea of Lies, Levity and Reef, Collector's Edition. It was a surprise for me because for me it was the end of the Sea of Lies series, and maybe this is what it made it special. But this game, for me, didn't really stay in my mind. It was a storyline that was special because of the piracy theme, but always Sea of Life games were really great about that. But it's the winner of Big Fish Winners, and I'm really happy with it because it was a great final to a great franchise. But I was surprised that this is the best game of 2016 according to the Big Fish Games reviews. I wouldn't have thought of that. Would you have thought of that? Maybe you could just write your predictions about the winner into before you saw this in the comments below. I would be interested in what was your personal favorite game of 2016. So now let's come to the best developers, and this is something I made. This is not based on user reviews, but you will also see those developers who had many games in the top 20 are surely included in the top 5. And I'm going to show you my personal top 5 of the developers 2016. Place number 5 for me, Artifex Mundi. With Enigmatis 3 and Grim Legends 3, they put out 2 great finals or sequels. Maybe Grim Legends will get a 4th part. Enigmatis 3, The Shadow of Kakala, one of the greatest games of this year, I think. We all waited for it 2 years or even more, and it was a worthy final. Together with other developers, they put out a lot of games, and they're always great because they use Sparkazor engine, a game engine that makes it really enjoyable. The only thing I don't like about it is the puzzles are always the same. So I would wish you, Artifex Mundi, guys, if you're looking at this video, then please just try to do new puzzles in the next games, because it gets a little boring to always have the same games in new disguise. So just instead of connecting cog wheels, you now have to connect leaves or something like that, but it's always the same mechanic behind it. So maybe you could just change the way of the puzzles a little bit. Number 4, 4th place, Elephant Games. Yes, they put out Mystery Trackers, Grim Tales, Christmas Stories, and they are a really delivering developer. Every one of their games is really magnificent done. The graphics are amazing. They are so clear. They have HD graphics in every game. And I can just recommend Elephant Games for every beginner player, for every advanced player. They are always a little challenging. They are sometimes very easy. So just try Elephant Games because they are just lovely to play. Even the Christmas story, mostly the Christmas stories. If you're seeing this video probably after Christmas, you should still give it a try because it's a wonderful game. On place number 3, we have B&B Games. They have delivered with Mystery Tales, with Dark Romance, Curse of Bluebird, for example, just to name 2 of their titles this year. They are a wonderful developer who grew up in the last 2 years, and They are doing great games with innovative objectives, with innovative game mechanics. So they are a worthy place number 3 this year for me. Then, on place number 2, Mad Hat Games. Yeah, I don't need to talk much about my love to Mad Hat Games. Even if I criticized them in the countdown a few minutes ago, it's Mad Hat Games. If a Mad Hat game is going to be released, I'm always excited because it's always something special, something new. And I know even if the game isn't amazing as the previous one or whatever, I know the game is great. And this is sure. I never had a Mad Hat game when I said, oh, this was boring. So Cadenza, Rite of Passage, Beyond, Shadowplay, the new franchise, Maze, Never Tales, all of the series are wonderfully done. Expertly crafted games, so if you want, give them a try. And the winner of the Best Developer 2016, you may know it, Epix. Yeah, for me, they did not only do the Best Big Fish Games user ratings game. They did not only do Mystery Case Files. They can do everything. They're doing Dark Power Bells in a fantastically unique way, like Blue Tea Games did. Not perfectly, because I still wish for 2 or 3 more things to be added to the Dark Power Bells games to have even more of the Blue Tea Games feeling. But they are doing a great job. I think it's really hard to follow the steps of Blue Tea Games here. They are following Big Fish Studios magnificently with Mystery Case Files. They brought back the Case Report this year. They have Phantasmat, the series. They have Hidden Expedition, which I already talked about. They really made something of the series that was special and that made the series special. So in my opinion, there's no better developer actually than Epix. I know many people have a different opinion, but they have put out 23 games this year, and every one of those games in my opinion, had something special. Not every one of the games was remindable, every one of the games was perfect, but all games are great quality games, and I think this is the time to honor Epix for that great job. So, and now my personal favorites of 2016. I chose 5 titles which I want to present you as my personal best games of 2016. You may have those 5 titles too. Chris already asked the question for me. Which are your favorite games 2016? So if you haven't, just comment with your favorite games of 2016. I'm really eager to know and maybe you can also give some reasons why that are your favorite games. I'm just presenting it to you because I already talked too much in this video, I think. And it's maybe half of my German accent. I hope you can understand me. So, first of all, 5th place, Hidden Expedition, The Eternal Emperor. For me, a surprise hit. I love Hidden Expedition, I love The Fountain of Youth, but this game was even better. Because the inventory design was really amazing. I really loved this design, and the storyline was gripping. The graphics, they were stunning. If you were in the tomb of the emperor, everything was shining and glittering, but in a good way. It was not overloaded, but it was perfectly done. The mixing of colors was wonderfully done. Place 4, Maze, the Broken Tower Collector's Edition. It was really different from Maze 1, but those computer system with this slowly talking voice, it was really special for me, and it was so creepy again that Mad Hat Games have outdone themselves with this game. In my opinion, the best Mad Hat game 2016, besides Adam Wolf, which I will be talking about in a minute. Then, Enigmatis 3, The Shadow of Carcala. I already talked about this game, the final to the Enigmatis series. We've waited a long time, and Artifex Mundi delivered it. Wonderful game. Dark Power Bells, The Thief in the Tinderbox, my personal second place, because Epix managed to put a new storyline into the old world of Dark Power Bells, because in Dark Power Bells, The Rise of the Snow Queen, we already have been to the Mountain Kingdom, and now we've revisited the already well-known locations, and Epix represented them in a great way. So for me, the best Dark Power Bells game this year and of the last 2 years, wonderfully done. And now, the favorite, my best game of 2016, I think everyone can guess it, it's Mystery Case Files. Of course, I'm a Mystery Case Files lover, and yeah, maybe you've already heard it. There is something coming up next year called Mystery Case Files: The Black Veil. I don't want to talk too much because I'm not allowed to, but what I can tell you is that so I think it's really hard, and I won't post a solution until April, that's for sure. But maybe someone will guess what I just said. And now my special recommendation is Adam Wolf, because this is a quadrilogy, I don't know how it's called in English, 4 games put together. They released it on Steam and mobile devices first, now the Big Fish released in 2 parts. And this game is different from every other game you've played. It's more adventurous, but it still has hidden object scenes. It has some unique new features like the Adam Wolf side mode, like the GPS application that you can use. It has a gripping storyline that unveils with every chapter of that story. You have chapters like The Devil You Know or How 0 Hour. So if you want to play something really different, something innovative, something new, something exciting, with a gripping adventurous storyline and with you really becoming the main character of the game, and a twist in the end that you won't guess. I would have never guessed what happened in the end. Then play Adam Wolf, a really great game, and my personal recommendation to you and to all the players who want to try Hopa games or adventure games. Play Adam Wolf on Big Fish Games or Steam. Mad Hat Games have outdone themselves with this game this year. Wonderful job, Mad Hat Games. I can only clap your hands because it's great. Yeah, and this was it for me. I wish you a happy holiday season 2016 and a good start to 2017. I will be back personally moderating the Facebook page on January 5th, I think. I will take a Facebook break a little longer than I expected because I like it, and I like to be a little bit discommunicated with the Facebook people. That's nothing against you, that's something personal. I had a really bad experience this year, and I just need this little break to get a little bit over it, like it. But I will be back, and then I will tell you more about True Fear 2. This is something really great coming up next year, Goblins. I'm in contact with them, and they are really nice people, and they will put out a great game for you. You may play the demo already. And I have some information that go further of the demo, so you can be excited for it. Mystery Case Files 15, and even, no, I can't talk about that. So, yeah. I think this was it for me. Have a great Christmas, have a great start in the new year, and see you then. Goodbye.